Hello everybody. Today I just wanted to briefly give a little bit of news. I know I've been a little bit quiet lately. Ever since I finished finals, I've been kind of catching up on some work, and then I just came back from Oxnard. I was with my family for most of the week, so I do apologize for the delay and for the slowdown and for the lack of content. The video you saw me upload Tuesday was actually something I just scheduled. I scheduled for it to be uploaded at that time just so that content would keep uploading, so that it wasn't a really long break. But yeah, I'm back now, and I have a little bit more time during the summer, so yeah, actually, you might even see me streaming tonight, I don't know. But yeah, it was a fun trip, and the finals were rough, but I did pull it off, and everything's good. Mainly what I want to talk about really quick is I just want to mention my review process. I know those of you that followed me back when we were Sauerkraut and Curry are probably familiar with this, but I'm uploading all these reviews and I'm not even mentioning it. So the way it works is essentially the score is there just for the sake of there being a score. My review is more of one of those reviews where you should really... I know this sounds a little bit kind of like me advertising, trying to say like, hey, listen to my whole thing, listen to me talk. But realistically, it's a little bit more important, I think, to actually listen to the review, because while I may give it a certain score, I may still praise it. Like some games I may give like a 2 or a 3 out of 5, or a 4 or a 6 out of 10. But that's on merits of the game as a whole within its own genre and compared to other genres as well, or similar games within the industry. But it doesn't also formulate my opinion. I try to be as objective as I can about how I rate it, but you will hear about how I like it as I talk about it. So if I really like something, then you'll know, regardless of how good or bad I think it is as far as merits as a video game. Which you probably saw with the last game I talked about, The Novelist. So I just wanted to mention that. And I have two scoring systems as I do it. I have a scoring system out of 10 for the bigger games. I consider big releases, basically, realistically, games that cost, around full price. So for like a PC or console game, it would be like 30 plus. For a portable game, it would probably be about 20 or 15 to 20 plus. And then if you take that into consideration, that's going to be out of a 10 score. Indie games or arcade titles or PSN games or a virtual console or a... Well, actually, virtual console were full games, so that doesn't count. But stuff like that, eShop titles, things like that, will be out of a scale of 5. Now, why do I do this? The reason is because for the smaller titles, I don't feel like as thorough of a scoring system needs to be used, because honestly, out of 5 points, you can get a general idea of if it's worth it or not. Whereas a bigger title, there's a lot more work time that usually goes into it, which results in, I think it needs a wider scaling system so that you kind of have an idea for where it stands in the grander scheme of things. Yeah, I realize that means the scoring for the indie games and smaller games aren't as necessarily accurate in comparison with what I'm saying. Like, for example, The Novelist. Realistically, I'd probably have given that maybe a 6.5 out of 10. But when it's on a 5-point scaling system, I give it a 3. Things like that. So it's just, I may change it in the future, and I may even get rid of the scoring system altogether and just review, and then just give it like a thumbs up or a thumbs down if it's worth checking out or if it's not. I don't know, I'm still thinking about it. But that's where it stands. I just wanted you guys to know that. And that's it. That's it for this week. Next week, I will be uploading the Intel video. It'll be me putting in my processor into my new computer. This is about 6 months ago, but I think it could be useful information for those of you that aren't familiar with it or are scared to do it. It's actually pretty simple, so you can see I recorded it. Not the best of videos, but it's there. And then the review, of course, as usual, because I still have enough old reviews backed up, so that when I'm not having beaten a game recently, you will actually still have a review up every week. Just so you know, an update, I'm currently working on Phantom Hourglass still. I'm on the last dungeon. At least I think it's the last dungeon. And I just recently got Altair Chronicles Assassin's Creed on the DS, so I'm playing through that. I'm playing through Groove Heaven as well. I'm almost done with that. It's a short game. I recently started The Witcher. Um, and I'm about halfway through Donkey Kong Country 2, and I'm about halfway through Dragon Quest, the original, and the original Final Fantasy. So obviously I'm mixing and matching games that I want to play depending on my mood. I have a wide variety that I'm playing right now. Um, yeah, so that's there. I'll probably have a review up of Civ 5 soon. I've spent about 70 hours into the game, so I think I can give a formulated, educated opinion about it at this point. But when, I don't know. So there we stand. That's where we're at. I hope you look forward to it, and I hope you enjoy my videos. As always, comment below. And I did want to mention, I know I mentioned this before, if you like J-pop and idol stuff and things like that, check out my other channel, which I'll link below as well. I usually do, but just so you know, it'll be linked below. And that's it. I'll see you guys around. Take care.